loves, my name is Cameron and welcome to my channel Which Way to Wicked, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. So guys, today we are going to be doing an oldie but a goodie type of reading today, where we find out how you are going to meet your future spouse. So I have done videos like this in the past, but I love always being able to refresh this type of reading and to give you guys even more opportunities to find out more about how you'll meet your future spouse. So I will go ahead and link the other future spouse, how you will meet them videos down in the description box below if you are interested. And here's my cat. He's coming to say hello. But if you're not, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and get into your reading today. Let's take a look at your group picks, okay? So for group number 1, we have Twinings Pure Chamomile Tea. For group number 2, we have Yogi's Ginger Tea. And then last, but especially not least, we have Bigelow's Classic Green Tea decaffeinated version coming through as well. So guys, I want you to go ahead and take a very big deep breath in. And now I want you to please let it out. And now I want you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about who your future spouse is and how exactly you are going to meet said future spouse. Now, whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes, and whichever tea packet your eyes lands on first, then that, my dear, is going to be the reading for you today. Now, if you feel called to more than one tea packet here, then definitely feel free to check out those extra messages as well. And as always, I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading today, shall we? Hello, group 1. So if you felt called to Twinings Pure Chamomile Tea today, then hi, hello, my name is Cameron, and I'm so freaking blessed and so beyond excited to have you here at my fabulous side of Tarot Tube. So I'm gonna go ahead and just place this off, I guess, to the side right here so y'all can see it in all its glory. Hopefully it'll stay like that and it won't fall. Can y'all even see it? Yeah, y'all can kind of see it right there. A little bit, huh? Anyways, let's go ahead and start shuffling through your cards, because I know y'all want to find out, just as much as I do, how in fact you are going to meet your future spouse. Now, if at any time you feel like you vibe with my vibe and you have yet to subscribe, then stop what you are doing and do just that, okay? Like this video. Give me a comment down below what more types of videos you'd like to see from me in the future. What type of readings are you interested in? But without further ado, let's get into this reading today, because I just want to know all the tea. So Spirit, for group 1, help us get into group 1's energy. Help us tap into their vibe and their future spouse. How are they going to meet this future spouse, Spirit? Please give us all of that information. Please tell us how they're going to meet their future spouse. Okay. I definitely feel like when you meet your future spouse, it's going to feel like a long time coming. You might be a little bit older in age whenever you meet your future spouse, or it could be that maybe you're going to be feeling as though you've been single for a really long time and that you've just been wanting to find love for so long whenever you do eventually end up meeting them. Interesting. Okay. I'm definitely thinking that your future spouse is going to be the one that I believe talks to you first. I think that they're going to be very friendly, very outgoing, very charming. For some of you guys, you could meet this person at the park. You could meet them maybe even after you just parked somewhere. I see you like being in your vehicle, driving, pulling up into a parking lot, maybe even a parking lot to a park, and then you see them, which is very cute. Alrighty. That's interesting. Yeah, that's really cute. Okay, you guys, so let's talk about these cards, because I didn't tell you which cards were coming through. So we have the Chariot. We've got the Page of Cups, the Magician, and last but not least, we have the King of Cups. For the back of the deck energy, excuse me, you guys, we also have the Four of Pentacles. So what's interesting about this is I honestly think at the point in time that you meet your future spouse, you are going to be kind of closed off to talking to people, to wanting to even be a bit of a social butterfly. It may be that whenever you meet your future spouse, maybe they're just catching you at a bad time. Maybe they're catching you on a day where you just need to be isolated, where you feel like your social battery has been fried, and you just need a moment of peace, which again makes so much sense that you could be meeting them at a park, because I feel like a lot of people, whenever they want to just have some solo, like, me time, that's a good place to go, because you might be around a lot of people. There might be a lot of people walking their dogs at a park, or kids running around and playing, but at the end of the day, everybody's just doing their own thing and really minding their own business. And so I definitely see you just going somewhere where you just want to be at peace. So again, that makes sense that you could be out in nature, because for a lot of people, that's where people feel most at peace. But it's going to be different for every single one of you, where being out in nature and being at a park might be somewhere where one of you guys feels like y'all are just in a place where you can meditate. Maybe for others of you, it might be that you guys like to go somewhere by the water. Maybe y'all like to go to a lake to be at peace. Maybe some of you guys like to go to a coffee shop to be at peace. It's going to be different. But I do think for more than... For some of you guys, you could definitely be at a park, okay? Or somewhere out in nature. But yeah, so your future spouse, with the Page of Cups energy coming through, I see them being the person, the one that comes up to you and initiates a conversation with you. And I honestly feel like you guys kind of have a very different type of vibe. At least in that moment, you guys are going to be very different, because whereas you are someone who is just really silent, you don't really want to talk to anyone, you just want to mind your own business, this person is going to be so bubbly, so charismatic, and they're honestly going to kind of force conversation with you. And I see you just trying to ignore them, trying to do your own thing, but it's just going to be like they're not going to take no for an answer. For some reason or another, they're just going to want to talk to you. And it could be obviously that maybe they just find you to be very attractive. They find you to be very pretty or charming. So they want to talk to you, obviously, because you look like a hot, sexy thing over there, right? So yeah, I just see them kind of creating a way where there was no way. The reason why I say that is because if you look at this girl here is wearing a dress, and it looks like the dress is made of like stones, of like a mountainous material. But then somehow this ship is able to penetrate and make a way through that mountainous dress where there was no way. So I see you trying to like stonewall them. I see you trying to just keep to yourself, ignore them, and hoping that they'll go away. But again, somehow, some way, they're gonna finagle their way into talking to you. They're not gonna take no for an answer. And eventually you're just gonna have to throw in the towel and be like, fine, whatever. What do you want to talk about, right? So that's kind of cute. I think that's really cute. So that's kind of what I'm seeing so far. That's kind of what I'm seeing so far. I think I want to see if anything else wants to come through here, Spirit. Can we get any extra information for how this person is going, how group 1 is going to meet their future spouse? Can you give us any extra information? The Page of Wands, the King of Swords, Okay. I love that. I literally just went back like that and somehow I ended up with the your back of the deck energy again. I love that. It just keeps on wanting to come through. But we have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. And then the King of Swords. So I honestly think this is kind of representing y'all's like energy. Because the King of Swords, while this talks about someone who is very well spoken, this talks about someone who can even be quite popular as well. They're very charming. This is the type of energy where the King of Swords is charming when they want to be charming. The King of Swords is a great communicator when they want to communicate, right? But what's also interesting about the King of Swords is that they can usually, swords type of people, the King of Swords especially, can sometimes come off as a bit cold or a bit callous. And so again, I see you giving this person the cold shoulder. I see you not wanting to spark a conversation with them. And yet then we have the Page of Wands. And just look at the Page of Wands. This is like representing a young person. This represents someone, like obviously when someone's young, they're very youthful, very optimistic, very excited. They have so much energy, and this person is literally holding a magnifying glass. And so I see them just being so curious about you. I see your future spouse coming up to you and saying like, what do we have here? How have I never seen you before? And tell me all about you, because I want to get to know you. And so again, like your future spouse is just going to be all into you. Like it's almost like I'm hearing, it might be a bit of like lust at first sight for your future spouse. They are just going to see you and they're going to be all about you. They're going to be completely zeroed in on you. And now talking a little bit more about your future spouse, they could either be a water sign or a fire sign. So I'm talking about Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. For fire sign energy, I'm talking about Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But again, at the end of the day, this is just someone who's very bubbly. They're very curious and interested about the world, and they're very passionate as well. And I just see you guys just having very opposing energy. You are just two very different people. And I think beyond this moment in time, whenever your future spouse finds you just being someone who does not want to talk to anyone, I think that beyond this moment, you usually are a bit more to yourself. You are a bit more closed off. You're not a social butterfly at all. That doesn't mean that whenever you want to be charming, whenever you want to be social, you're not, like you can't be like that. Like I see you being someone who, again, you can be quite popular when you want to be. I think that you're just very well spoken. You're very literate, and people genuinely like to have conversations with you and discuss things with you, because you're just an interesting person to talk to. So at the end of the day though, whereas this person is so like fun and flowy and bright, you're more of a calm spring. You're calm, you're chill, you even come off a bit cold sometimes. So yeah, you don't really show your emotions so much, whereas this person, they wear their heart on their sleeve, which is interesting. Y'all are like polar opposites, but obviously y'all are gonna make it work. It's like opposites attract here. And for them, definitely when they first meet you, they're definitely gonna be so attracted to you, but at first you're just gonna be wanting to give them the cold shoulder and hope that they leave. But are they gonna leave? I don't think so, group one. You're stuck with them, at least for that moment in time. And I see them being the one that's just so forward. I see them giving you their number. I see them saying that they want to hang out with you again sometime, and hoping that you'll take them up on their offer, which I'm sure you will. Or if you don't immediately take them up on their offer, maybe you'll, I don't know, maybe one day you'll come across their number like scribbled on a piece of paper in your purse or something, and you'll just be like, huh, maybe I was kind of rude to that person the first time I met them. Maybe I should apologize, or maybe I should reach out to them, or something like that. And then that's gonna be where it all evolves from there, right? Or it could be that maybe this person and you, maybe you guys frequent this place that you like to go to. Maybe like that peaceful park where you like to go to meditate might be the park that they always go and work out at, or something like that. Just take it as it resonates. But yeah, let's see what wants to come through here. Yeah, this makes so much sense. Okay, so we have stimulate coming through with the brain in the background. We've got child magical. This is definitely what representing your future spouse here. Like I said, they have that like childlike type of energy. They're someone who is just a force of good and optimism. And then we have magic fish coming through. I love that. I like that we're seeing a lot of fish, because earlier we had the Page of Cups coming through. And if you look at the Page of Cups, this girl is holding a cup here. And then there's like a little fish popping out looking at them. So yeah, that's really cute. It just makes me think, like this card, the magic fish card, this talks about, again, like kind of creating an opportunity here where maybe there wasn't an opportunity before. This talks about someone being super ambitious and determined and just having their eye on the prize. And so again, like, this is your future spouse's energy. They are going to see you and they're just going to be sitting over there, like, they're not going to be able to take their eyes off of you. They're going to look at you and they're just going to think that you are the bee's knees. You are so pretty or cute, and they just want to talk to you. They want to get to know you. I mean, look at this girl. Look at this girl here. She's like looking off to the side. She looks like she's super interested in something. She can't take her eyes off of something. And again, that something is you. Your future spouse is not going to be able to take their eyes off of you. And then with stimulate coming through, they are just going to start talking to you. They're going to start talking your ear off. And I think eventually they're going to get you to start talking to them as well. And I feel like in time, you'll start to open up a little bit more to them, slowly but surely. And you are going to realize that you kind of like talking to this person. You're going to realize my cat is coming back in. He will not take no for an answer as well. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys can see his booty hole. Spellman. Anyways, I just think that at the end of the day, you are going to end up just really enjoying yourself talking to this person and kind of being interested in what they have to say. And I just see the magic unfolding from there. I see you eventually maybe thinking about reaching out to them yourself later on, since they probably will be the one that ends up leaving you their card or their number or whatever. But yeah, you guys, at the end of the day, my cat looks so cute back there. He's so warm, guys, but at the end of the day, that's what I'm seeing for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a very big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday. And I swear my readings aren't always this chaotic. But if you want to see more of me and my beautiful crazy cat, then I hope to see you all next time. Mwah. Bye. Hello, group 2. So if you felt called to this spicy, yummy ginger tea today, then hi. Hello, my fabulous friends, and welcome to my side of TerraTube. As always, I'm so freaking happy to have you here and hanging out with me today. I'm always so blessed to be able to have friends like you that continuously support me. It truly means the world to me. But I'm gonna go ahead and place this off to the side like so. And let's start shuffling through your cards today. So while we are finding out what like how you're gonna meet your future spouse, right? As we find out these things, if at any time you feel like you vibe with my vibe, then stop what you are doing and subscribe so that you can see more videos like this in the future. Also, comment down below what other readings you'd like to see more of from me as we continue on this fun and fabulous path of readings. But let's go ahead. Let's find out how you're going to meet your future spouse, okay? Spirit, can we get some messages for group 2? How are they going to meet their future spouse? Wow. Some of you guys might be stargazing whenever you meet your future spouse. It could also be like at night, during the evening time when the stars are out, whenever you meet your future spouse as well. Wow. One or both of you guys might be feeling very anxiety ridden whenever you guys meet each other. One or both of you guys, I'm hearing for some of you guys, someone might be performing, doing some type of performance here whenever you guys meet each other. And I think it's either going to be you or your future spouse who is doing a performance. Maybe you're going to meet your future spouse while you are confronting your fear of stage fright by going out and going to a karaoke bar and singing in front of a ton of people. Or it could be the other way around. Or maybe you're going to meet your future spouse while you go to an improv club and you see your future spouse trying to do some improv or doing stand-up or something like that. But there is some energy here coming through of someone confronting their fears. I see someone having a fear of public speaking or a fear of just having like all eyes on them. So yeah, definitely take that as a sign here that that might be how you meet them. But again, I do think that if this is not the case, I just see you guys meeting like in the evening when it's nighttime, and one or both of you guys is going to be feeling very nervous whenever you guys do meet each other, okay? We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, the Hanged Man talks about really stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing something different. And because you do something different, you're seeing the world from a new perspective here, right? And so it's going to be when either you or your future spouse steps outside of their comfort zone and does something different whenever you guys end up meeting each other, right? Because let's say, for instance, if you would have never stepped outside of your comfort zone and gone to a karaoke bar, for instance, and sang in front of all those people, then maybe your future spouse would have never seen you. And maybe they would have never been intrigued enough by your beauty or by your looks or even by your voice or your bad voice, right? To want to talk to you and see like what gave you the inspiration and the bravery to go up and sing in front of so many people, right? And then we have the Nine of Cups coming through. The Nine of Cups, to me, that's like the card of pleasure. It talks a bit about like hedonism. So that makes me think of like just kind of living it up and imbibing a bit. So whenever you meet this person, maybe you are at a bar or you're somewhere where you're able to imbibe. So you could be drinking, or maybe, you know, imbibing can talk about different things. You can imbibe on drinks, or you can live your best hedonistic life by going and ordering a whole lot of delicious food, right? So wherever you're at when you meet your future spouse, you are definitely going to be just letting yourself live a little, letting yourself have a bit of life's pleasures, right? We have the Page of Swords coming through. This makes me think about school. Maybe you are going out with a group of your friends who you met at school, or who you met while you were trying to learn something new here. Maybe for some of you guys, maybe you're going to get invited to a karaoke party like to a karaoke bar or somewhere else, to some type of club to celebrate some type of achievement here. So maybe you are going to be like a recent graduate whenever you meet your future spouse, or maybe you just, I don't know, finished midterms and you're just celebrating with your friends. You're wanting to loosen up a bit and just go out and have a night on the town here. But yeah, there's definitely going to be like some type of something to do with school here, something to do with knowledge, the pursuit of knowledge. So maybe you're not in school whenever you meet your future spouse, but maybe you just feel like you've accomplished something by, I don't know, just learning something new here. Maybe you just feel really happy. Maybe you've been trying to learn like a new language, for instance. Maybe you've been taking lessons, Spanish lessons with someone, or French lessons, and you feel like you're finally mastering it, and so you just want to, you know, go out and celebrate and be happy and get loose here, okay? Oops. Whoopsies. We also have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be a school, scholarly type of accomplishment, or it could also be a work accomplishment as well. The King of Pentacles usually talks about someone who likes to hang out at work a lot. This talks about someone who's a bit of a workaholic. So maybe you are going to be feeling as though you've been working super, super hard. Again, this could talk about you or your future spouse as well, right? Maybe you or your future spouse is going to be feeling as though they've been working really hard and that they just want to celebrate. Maybe they've just gotten a promotion or a raise, and they just want to go out and celebrate, and that's where you guys end up meeting. But yeah, at the end of the day, what I'm seeing here is that you're going to meet your future spouse at night, in the evening. You're going to meet your future spouse whenever you or your future spouse is stepping outside of your comfort zone here. And I really do think whenever you meet them, you're going to be feeling as though all eyes are on you. All eyes are on you guys here. There's also going to be a bit of hedonism coming through here, a bit of imbibing. But yeah, overall, it's going to be like a sense of celebration here. There's some type of celebration going on, okay? But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards. So Spirit, can we get some messages, please? How is group 2 going to meet their fabulous future spouse? Can we get some extra messages, please, here? Please give us some extra information. Extra information. I'm hearing for some of you guys, maybe you're going to meet your future spouse after you like walk outside to go have a smoke or something. Maybe you like to vape. I don't know. If you don't like to vape, that's fine. Just take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But for some of you guys, maybe you're just stepping outside to vape a bit. Maybe you were in a club or a restaurant, fancy restaurant or something, celebrating. And then you step outside, have a smoke, and that's when you meet your future spouse, because maybe they follow you, 1, or 2, maybe they just also want to have a smoke or something. But let's see what else wants to come through here. How is group 2 going to meet their future spouse? So we have Blue Fairy, which is actually really cute because this is the card that represents like love and romance here. We have Enthusiasm, and what I find really cool about this card is that if you look, there's like a spark right here, and it almost looks like a star. So again, like we're kind of getting a sense of nighttime here. Something is shining bright, right? And then we have Queen. Okay. This is really interesting. I really do think, for a lot of you guys, I really do think that it's going to be your future spouse that sees you. They're going to see you. I think for a lot of you guys, you're going to be the one that steps outside of your comfort zone. You're going to be the one that is being seen by a lot of people. And one of those people that are going to be like watching you is your future spouse. And I honestly see them like following you, kind of trying to hunt you down so that they can just talk to you here, because you look like a queen to them. And even if you are feeling less than queen like yourself, even if in the inside you feel super nervous and you feel very scared for, I don't know, like going out and trying to confront your fears here, even if you feel like you are anxiety ridden, your future spouse isn't going to see you like that. You may feel the way you feel, but to your future spouse, you're going to look like a star to them. It's almost like you're going to be a dream come true for them. You're like their dream person. Whatever it is you've got going on, they're going to be all here for it. Ooh, my earring fell out. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can fix that. But anyways, you guys, like, your future spouse is just not going to be able to take their eyes off of you. And I see them really following you and being the one that takes the initiative here to enthusiastically talk to you, right? So yeah, they're definitely going to be the one that makes the first move for sure. But anyways, you guys, that's kind of what I'm seeing for you today. That's how I think you're going to meet your future spouse. If this resonated for you and rang true, then please let me know down below. If you are as excited as I am to get to that moment where you're able to meet your future spouse, also comment down below. I'd love to hear more about your enthusiasm and your excitement. If you feel like you have a fear of public speaking, I'd also love to hear about that as well, because again, that just shows that that resonated for you. And maybe you should look into trying to confront said fear so that you can be one step closer to meeting your future spouse. But anyways, you guys, I love you all so much. I'm so happy that you hung out with me today, and I hope to hang out with you in the future. Mwah. Bye now. Hello, group 3. So if you felt called to this yummy, classic decaffeinated green tea here today, then hi, hello, my name is Cameron, and I'm so happy that you are hanging out with me today. I love making readings like this with you guys, so to be able to have y'all tune in with me every week, it's a blessing for sure. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and place this off to the side because I know that y'all don't want to listen to me rattle on about how awesome y'all are. Y'all want to hear about how you're going to meet your future spouse. So, let's discuss it, shall we? So, Spirit, for group 3, how are they going to meet their future spouse? Will you please give us an idea how group 3 is going to meet their future spouse? Also, if you do feel like this reading is resonating for you, or you just vibe with my vibe, then please stop what you are doing and subscribe so that you can watch more readings like this in the future. So first of all, we have the 9 of Pentacles coming through. Let's see what else wants to come through here. You're definitely going to be meeting your future spouse when you feel very accomplished in your life. You're going to meet them whenever you feel very comfortable with where you are at. So what do I mean by that? I see you just being in a place where you have done and accomplished a lot of the things that you've set out to accomplish. So let's say, for instance, schooling here. I see that you have, for a lot of you guys, I think you would have already completed your schooling or any type of training that needs to be done so that you can get a nice job. For others of you, I see you already see that you have already landed that job and that you are making good money. You're just gonna feel very safe and very comfortable here. And you're also going to feel happy just in your own skin. You're gonna be at a place where you are fine with being single. It doesn't bother you. You are just really appreciative of the things that you have been given in this lifetime, and I see you just living your life. You're not living it for anyone else, you're living it for yourself, and you're just happy, which is really awesome to see here. Yeah, look at this. We literally have the 10 of Pentacles coming through, and the 10 of Pentacles, again, this talks about having kind of already done everything you want to do, especially in regards to career here. So I think for a lot of you guys, I'm pretty sure that this is representing that you are going to be older whenever you meet your future spouse, because in order to really accomplish everything, in order to really have already made it to the top of your career, to have already be making that money, most of the time, unless you're born into money, now that's a different story, most of the time this takes a while to get to this point, right? And so again, I think for a lot of you guys, you're going to be older whenever you meet your future spouse, probably in your 30s. That's what I see here. In your early to mid 30s, I think you'll be meeting them. Or for some of you, again, so everyone's different. Some people accomplish their goals in a different type of pace. For some people, you get lucky, or you just... maybe you've been working really hard since you were a child, and so you're able to kind of jump the hoops earlier than other people and accomplish the things you wanted to accomplish at a younger age. So maybe for some of you guys, you might be in your late 20s. But I do think for most of y'all are already going to have, y'all are going to have some years under your belt when you meet your future spouse. We have the King of Cups. This is kind of making me think of your future spouse's energy. To get the King of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles, who already represents like an older person, I think that you guys are going to be around the same age whenever you guys meet, and so I think that they're also going to be older in age. And I see them being someone who is very mature, and I think they've done a lot of therapy or a lot of meditation. They've gotten to a point where they're really like one with their feelings. If there has been any type of lessons or anything that they had to, anything from the past that they had to try to work through here, they have done that work. I just see them being at a very good, in a very good place whenever they meet you, emotionally especially. Yeah, you guys are going to be a very good pairing here. A very good pairing. I think that you are someone who is just going to be really, really good when it comes to finances. Really, really happy with where you are at. And the same thing can be said for your future spouse in a slightly different area. They're going to be happy, especially with where they're at with their emotions, where they're at with their past here. This is definitely someone who has done a lot of shadow work and have made it to the other side. Very awesome. And then we have the Six of Cups. Okay, so that's interesting. The Six of Cups talks about the past, for sure. Talks about nostalgia. So your future spouse, if I'm being honest with you, this could be someone who you already know. This could be someone who you share a past with. For some of you guys, maybe you dated this person, and maybe you guys have a history together. This could be an ex who might come back into your life. And maybe whenever you were dating them, maybe your ex had some unresolved trauma here, or they had something in their own past that wasn't allowing them to truly be able to be present or even ready or emotionally available when it came to being in a relationship with you. But I think that whatever it is, whenever you meet them, whenever you meet them again, they're going to have like made it past that, made it to the other side. And I think that you guys are going to talk about this, and they're going to tell you everything they've overcome, and you are truly going to see a change in them, and you are going to want to talk to them again. For others of you, it might be that maybe this person wasn't your future spouse. Maybe you just knew them. You had a connection. Maybe you didn't even know them, but you knew of them. Maybe you guys went to the same school together, or grew up in the same neighborhood, or something like that. We have the Sun coming through. So I definitely think for a lot of you guys, you'll be meeting them in the daytime, because the sun obviously makes me think of the day. Like the sun is out, it's shining. So yeah, it could definitely be like in the daytime whenever you meet them. And we have the Seven of Pentacles coming through. The Seven of Pentacles, it's so interesting because, especially with the back of the deck energy coming through, this talks about going through a season where you weren't really seeing a lot of growth. but then you finally get it. So I kind of think this is representing how you're going to be meeting this person after winter. For a lot of you guys, it's going to actually be like after Christmas that you're going to end up meeting this person as the weather starts to get a little bit more hotter, as more growth is able to start to grow, right? You see more flowers blossoming, things like that. The summer could again, or the sun could be talking about that it's going to be hot, physically hot whenever you meet this person. So again, that makes me think of like spring or summertime weather here. So I do think for a lot of you guys, you could be meeting them like that, right? During that season. For others of you though, this could again this could be talking about like a more innate type of summer after the winter. What do I mean by that? I mean that you're gonna meet this person after you went through a bit of a harrowing moment and you've made it to the other side. Again, this could more so be talking about your future spouse, that they went through a dark of the night type of thing. They went through a hard time, but they came out the other side, and now they are shining, and now they are happy, and now they have overcome. But for some of you guys, this could be talking about you as well. Maybe for a little while you were struggling a bit, but now you are in a place where like financially you feel happy. You feel happy in your singlehood. You just feel appreciative of this moment, and you just feel good. You're just in a good place, right? So just take it as a sign. Take it how it resonates, right? For some of you guys, again, it could be that you're going to meet this person after cold weather, after it's starting to warm up a bit. Or again, it could represent that you're just meeting this person after you guys both have done some shadow work as well, okay? Well, let's see what else wants to come through here. Can we get some final messages, please, for group 3? How is group 3 going to meet their future spouse? So this is 2 cards that were kind of stuck together. I just want one of them, Spirit. Please give us the card that needs to come through. There we go. Look at that, guys. You literally have green fairy. What does that make you think of? For me, when I think of green fairy, it makes me think of a lot of green coming out, right? Things growing. So again, you could just be meeting this person whenever things are starting to grow, whenever life is coming back, okay? You're no longer like in the death of the winter. We have purification. Yeah, there's a new beginning coming through here. You, your future spouse, or maybe both of you guys, y'all are going to meet each other whenever y'all are feeling like y'all have a new start, whenever things are starting to just start over, right? You're going to be at the beginning of something here, the beginning of a new life whenever you meet your future spouse. We have trickster coming through. This is transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. So I definitely think when you meet your future spouse, you're not going to be expecting to meet them. I think it's going to be kind of like an unexpected event. Y'all are going to maybe run into each other at the store. Y'all are going to run into each other while, I don't know, just doing something, right? Y'all are going to be doing something, and you're never, like, maybe you're no longer living in your old town, right? Maybe you moved off somewhere. You're living somewhere completely new. So you would never expect to run into this person, right? You would never expect to run into them, and yet you bump into them there. It's just I feel like things are gonna feel very serendipitous, like almost like everything kind of led to you guys meeting in that moment, right? And it's just interesting because, like, it's just thinking about how you guys literally had to be in the same place at the same exact time, and that moment to be able to run into each other and bump into each other. What are the chances of that happening, right? And yet, I think it's gonna happen. I honestly feel like y'all are just destined to meet each other again. I really, really think for a lot of you guys, this is someone who you have known from the past here, and this is someone who you have a bit of a history with, and this is someone who you would have never thought that you would run into again, and yet y'all do. And things are gonna happen from there. But yeah, you guys, at the very least, again, I think if this isn't someone you dated, then this is just someone who maybe you know of or something. And if, for some of you guys, if you just knew of them, it could be that maybe you heard through the grapevine that this person had something bad happen to them. Maybe they had to go through a difficult time. Maybe they lost a parent, or someone got sick, or they got injured and they had to try to go on from there, right? And make the most of their situation. Whatever it is though, again, I think for a lot of you guys, they're going to have made it to the other side. Or this could also be representing your energy too. Maybe you are going to have gone through a darker moment, but you're going to make it through the other side and then see your future spouse. Like, meet them in a very unpredictable way. But yeah, at the end of the day, stop trying to guess how you're going to meet your future spouse, because it's definitely going to be very unexpected. It's going to be very unpredictable. But what I said is what I said. So hopefully you can get some extra information about how you might meet them. Again, I think for some of you guys it could be after Christmas. It's going to be whenever you guys are older here. But yeah, that's kind of like what I'm seeing for you guys today. And I hope that you have enjoyed it. If this reading resonated at all, please let me know down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. I'd love to read your comments. But yeah, I hope that I hang out with you again sometime. I love you all so much, and I hope to see you all again later. Mwah. Bye.